Think and Grow Rich, the timeless path to success. If you dream of earning millions every month but keep falling short, your greatest obstacle isn't effort, it's mindset. That's the truth Napoleon Hill discovered more than a century ago. Think and Grow Rich isn't just another book, it's a revolution in thinking, one that can reshape how you think, feel, and act. Hill didn't write it simply to teach people how to make money. He wrote it to show that true wealth doesn't come from the outside world. It starts within, in our thoughts and beliefs. For 25 years, Hill studied the world's most accomplished people, including Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, and Thomas Edison. He found that none of them possessed any secret magic. What made them extraordinary were distinct mental habits and principles that made success inevitable. The power of desire. Hard work alone doesn't make you wealthy. What you need is a clear, burning desire, one so powerful it reaches the depths of your subconscious mind. Hill famously said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." In other words, our limitations exist only in our minds. The first step toward success begins with that blazing desire. Not a casual wish, but a fire that courses through your veins, that keeps you awake at night and whispers every morning, "No matter what, I will achieve this." Real desire doesn't allow room for a plan B. It burns with such intensity that even the universe begins to respond. When your desire becomes part of who you are, every challenge starts to bend in your favor. Faith, the invisible force. Faith is the unseen energy that turns thoughts into reality. Hill explains that without unshakable faith, your goals will remain nothing more than imagination. Faith is the foundation upon which the tallest tower of success is built. Without it, ideas fade and effort collapses. Faith isn't just a feeling, it's the mental certainty that what you believe will take shape. It's the anchor that holds you steady when everything else is falling apart. And the best part? Faith can be built and strengthened through autosuggestion. Autosuggestion, training the mind. Autosuggestion acts as the bridge between your conscious and subconscious mind. Hill calls it a mental command, the act of repeating positive, emotionally charged affirmations until your subconscious accepts them as truth. Whatever you continuously tell yourself becomes your reality. If you keep saying, "I can't," your mind will prove it. But if you say, "I'm capable, I'm growing, I'm becoming successful," your subconscious will start creating conditions to make it happen. Autosuggestion isn't magic, it's mental discipline. Used with consistency, it transforms weakness into strength and molds you into the person you aspire to become. Specialized knowledge, power with purpose. Knowledge in itself isn't power. Applied, organized, and purposeful knowledge is. In today's information-driven world, data is everywhere. But true success belongs to those who know how to use the right knowledge in the right direction. Hill reminds us that degrees and certificates alone don't ensure success. Many educated people struggle because they never learned how to apply what they know. Specialized knowledge means mastering one area, whether it's marketing, leadership, technology, or communication, that directly supports your purpose. And if you don't have it yet, you can borrow it through mentors, experts, or a skilled team. Success isn't about knowing everything. It's about knowing how to use what you know. Imagination, the workshop of the mind. Imagination is the birthplace of every great achievement. Hill calls it the mind's workshop, the place where ideas, dreams, and desires begin to take shape before they become reality. Einstein once said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge because knowledge is limited, while imagination has no boundaries." Every invention, every business, every revolution began first as a picture in someone's mind. Hill explains there are two types of imagination: synthetic imagination, combining old ideas in new ways; creative imagination, receiving fresh ideas from a higher level of consciousness. When you visualize your goals clearly and repeatedly, your mind begins to find the path to make them real. Your imagination paints your future, and the clearer that picture becomes, the faster it turns into reality. Organized planning, turning dreams into action. Desire without a plan is just a dream. Every successful person doesn't just wish, they plan for it. They write down their vision, break it into steps, set deadlines, and act with consistency. Organized planning means taking your goals seriously enough to design a roadmap to achieve them. If one plan fails, don't abandon the goal. Adjust the strategy. Flexibility and persistence transform ideas into achievements. A well-structured plan channels your burning desire like a dam channels a river, turning scattered energy into unstoppable force. Success is never random. It's the result of disciplined planning and deliberate action. Decision, the defining moment. Decision is the point where thought becomes action. Hill found that all successful people share one common trait. They make decisions quickly and stick to them. Those who fail tend to hesitate, doubt, and depend too much on others' opinions. Making decisions doesn't guarantee perfection. It shows accountability. Indecision drains your strength and clouds your mind, while clarity fuels courage. Respect advice, but always listen to your inner voice, because the truest guidance comes from within. Persistence, the unseen strength. Persistence is the invisible muscle that turns ordinary people into extraordinary ones. It's the courage to move forward when the world insists you can't. Hill reminds us that defeat is never permanent unless you accept it. Persistence means rising after every fall, learning from each setback, and continuing even when you're tired or doubtful. History's greatest achievers weren't the most intelligent, they were simply the most relentless. They kept pushing until the world had no choice but to take notice. Persistence isn't talent, it's a habit, and once it becomes part of you, nothing can stand in your way. The mastermind principle, strength in unity. Real power arises when two or more minds unite in harmony toward a common goal. Hill calls this the Mastermind Alliance, a group built on trust, understanding, and shared purpose. It's more than teamwork. It's the merging of energies. When minds come together with faith and intention, they generate an invisible force greater than any one person alone. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who think big, and who genuinely want you to succeed. Ego isolates, collaboration amplifies. Sex transmutation, the power of creative energy. This is one of Hill's most profound yet misunderstood concepts. He reveals that sexual energy is the most powerful human force, not merely physical, but emotional and creative. When redirected toward higher goals, it transforms into passion, focus, and charisma. Throughout history, great thinkers, artists, and leaders have channeled this raw energy into creation, leadership, and innovation. It's not about repression, it's about transformation, turning desire into devotion, pleasure into purpose. When harnessed, this energy becomes the fuel that gets you up before sunrise, drives you to create, and propels your vision forward. The subconscious mind, the silent architect. Your subconscious mind is the architect of your reality. It quietly absorbs every thought, feeling, and belief, then uses them to shape your habits, decisions, and outcomes. If you constantly think, "I can't," your subconscious will make sure you're right. But if you train it to believe, "I can and I will," it begins to open the right doors and create the right circumstances. Most people live trapped by their own thinking. Hill teaches that your subconscious can be trained through repetition, clarity, and emotion. The sixth sense, your inner compass. The sixth sense, or intuition, is that inner voice or sudden flash of understanding that needs no explanation. It's the moment you simply know what to do, even when logic can't explain why. Hill says this intuitive power awakens when your mind is fully aligned, when your thoughts, emotions, and energy move in harmony. It develops through silence, reflection, and mindfulness. When you quiet the noise within, intuition speaks, and in that moment, you don't just succeed, you awaken. The final truth. Napoleon Hill's 13 principles are more than lessons. They are tools that can rewrite your destiny. If you practice them daily, not just read or hear them, nothing will remain beyond your reach. Remember, success is never an accident. It's the product of belief, clarity, planning, and persistence. If this message inspired you, share it and comment which of Hill's principles resonates most with you. And don't forget to subscribe, because this is only the beginning. Now it's your turn to transform your thoughts and design your destiny.